Hello everyone. Welcome back to Tony's Movie Reviews. So last night I caught one of the screenings of Greta Gerwig's Little Women. And as you may have known now that the Oscar season is finished, Little Women was nominated for Best Picture, for Best Director. No, not for Best Director, sorry. Best Adapted Screenplay, and Best Actress for Saoirse Ronan, and Best Supporting Actress for Florence Pugh. Pugh, is that correct? Is that correct? Anyway, so this as I left the theater yesterday, um, I had a realization that I should have read Louisa May Alcott's book um, as a younger person. Okay, I've never read the book. Although I love reading classics, I've read classics written by women, Frankenstein, Jane Eyre, Wuthering Heights, Sense and Sensibility, Pride and Prejudice, but I never picked up Louisa May Alcott's Little Women. I think because when I was younger, I was gravitating more towards European and British writers, French and British writers, not really to American writers. And Louisa May Alcott was an American writer. But anyway, I regret that now. So one of these days, I'm going to go to my favorite bookstore and get me a copy of Little Women, because as an aspiring writer, even at my old age, um, the story that she allows Jo March, her lead character, to go through is very inspiring to would be very inspiring to many aspiring writers like me. So anyway, let's go to the movie. I've seen Greta Gerwig's Lady Bird, and again in this movie, she teams up with her favorite actress. Well, I can say that, no, because she's been in two of her movies, Saoirse Ronan, and once again, Saoirse does a very great job in showing who Jo March is. Although in the other reviews I've read, um, the other critics think that her version was more contained, didn't have the fire that the character Jo March had to have. But anyway, how do you compare yourself to Katharine Hepburn? It's such a tough comparison to be made with. But anyway, for me, I enjoyed the movie a lot. It had many of my favorite actors and actresses. Chris Cooper was there. Um, I saw Meryl Streep say the line, I am not always right, but I am never wrong." No, she says that line really nice. And then Laura Dern was there as Marmee, and of course my favorite actor Timothée Chalamet was there, and for me he had the best scene in the movie. Uh, the best scene for me was when Saoirse's character Jo March turns down Laurie. Laurie is played by um, Timothée Chalamet. She turns him down. It, she turns down his marriage proposal. So the way the two acted in that scene, that would be the scene that I would want to watch again. Another actress who did really good in this movie was Florence Pugh, and again, um, the scene where she finds out that her sister Jo was not mad that she was going to marry Laurie is another beautiful scene which I would want to watch again if I can get hold of a copy of the movie when it's available already for pay. Um, there are so many adjectives I can give to the movie. It's exuberant. Everybody, I mean, you get to see what life was in at that time in Concord, Massachusetts, and then the movie also goes to New York because, and also to Paris because the characters got these opportunities to work and study, and the aunt, the one played by Meryl Streep, was also wealthy, and in the movie, you get to think that women today have more opportunities than women during that time. And there was a scene where Meryl Streep says to her niece that she had to marry well because her family was poor, and she was the only sane one in the family. So that puts a big burden on the character of Florence Pugh. Anyway, would I watch this movie again? Yes, definitely. There were parts which I want to see again, and I hope it will be available online so I can move it, fast forward and rewind all the scenes that I would like to see again. Um, I would love to see another Greta Gerwig movie. Um, I won't be surprised if she becomes third, the second female director to win an Oscar. It's going to come. I know one of these days. I don't know if it's the next 10 years, 20 years, but if she continues to produce movies of this caliber, which stays true to her vision, to her advocacy, she's going to win soon. I'm sure of it. Um, and for those who haven't read Little Women, I think this movie would be a good companion piece, because for someone who hasn't read the novel, um, I'm doing the opposite route. Most people read the novel then watch the movie. In my cases, I never picked up the book. Um, I will find out now more about the characters, the March sisters, and everyone else in the family, because well, books have more time to show show characterization as compared to a movie. Would I suggest that you watch this movie? If you have a daughter, maybe from 10 to 17, 18 years old, or 21 years old, this is a good movie to watch, to make them realize what women had to fight through during that time. That the choices they have now, um, that they are blessed to have the choices that they have now compared to what Joe and her sisters had to go through. So, with this movie, bring your daughters, um, and enjoy. So, thank you, and have a nice day. See you in my next review.